Hello, welcome to my channel Ocean Expressions. Today I'm going to be sharing with you, guiding you step by step through how to make one of these. It's a beautiful little macrame pendant. It's wrapped, it's got beads, it's got a beautiful little design at the top, and I just love it. I'm going to do a two-part video, so in this first video we're going to do the pendant, and I'll pop a link in the description and at the end of the video to the necklace section of the tutorial. Creating and making things has helped me so much on my personal journey with mental health, everything. Just creating a safe, calm space where you can learn something new, where you can just really focus in on like the feeling of the string between your fingers, the knots that you're tying, the intention that you're tying into your piece, and just having that patience and kindness toward yourself and practicing that. And then you also have a physical product at the end of it that you can look at and be like, I made that, and feel a bit proud of yourself. I hope by the end of this video that you feel proud of yourself, because I'm already proud of you for learning something new and even being here in the first place. So let's get into it. Let's get making. So for this project we're gonna need scissors, a stone or crystal of your choice. I've got some 0.8mm waxed polyester cord. I'm using this one because I really like the way it finishes off when you burn it. I'll pop a link to this one in the description below. Use any 0.8mm waxed cord. A lighter and a measuring tape. And we're also going to need some little beads. So you can go to an op shop and just get a necklace and break it and get little beads off it, or you can go and buy a packet of little beads, but we'll need a fair few. So you're going to need a needle that is wide enough here to fit our string through. You don't need this board, I've just made this one. It does make it easier. You can just get any piece of wood and screw 4 screws into it. I might actually make some nice ones and pop them up in my shop. If you would like me to make one, let me know. First of all, we're going to need to cut one piece of string that is 112 centimeters long. And then I've just cut another piece of string that is 3 meters and 55 centimeters long. Now this might vary depending on how big your crystal is that you're wrapping. But I just like to have more. It's better to have too much than not enough. So we're going to start with our smaller piece of string, and I like to pop it on the board, so I like to find the middle. So pop the tails together and find the middle of my string and place that on the top 2 screws, and then go around the bottom as well and loosely tie a little bow, because then we're going to get our longer piece of string and leave a reasonable tail on it. I'll measure this one. This is about 22 centimeters. And then we'll pop our loop under and put the 2 tails through the loop, pulling that long tail all the way through. Now we want to find the other side. So we'll leave our tail at the top. We'll find the width that we want our little weave to be. So we're going to go over to the other side. We'll go over, under, up and through, pulling the tail all the way through. And then we'll find how wide we want it. I think we want it reasonably wide for this one. We'll go over, under, up and through. and pull it all the way through. And pull it tight. And see how wide it is. We want to check the width on our crystal that we're wrapping. So check the width and just make sure that when we're wrapping it around, it's going to hold it nice and securely in there. So we're going to untie our little bow and put on a couple of beads. We've got these tiny little green beads that I think will go really nicely with the moss agate. Oop. I spilled them everywhere. And that is okay, because we're going to be using a fair few of them. So I'll put one on one side and one on the other side. And we'll do our next weave. So taking our long string, going over the side, under, up and through, and pulling it so that that string is the same distance apart as that string. Then we'll go under, over, up and through, and pull that long tail all the way through. Making sure that we've got our distance right, we're going to pull this little half hitch tight, and then we're going to repeat the same on the other side. So going over, under, up and through, pulling the long tail all the way through. And then under, over, up and through. And pulling it tight. So we're making our little weave. Make sure that when you're doing it, you've got the little loop going on top, like that, of each of your half hitches. And then you know you've done it the right way. So I'll pop another bead on each side. I'm going to take my long cord and go over, under, up and through. Under, over, up and through. Making sure we're pulling it tight and that it's the same width as our other little weaves that we've done before it. On the other side, taking our long tail over the side one, over, under, up and through. Under, over, up and through. And you're learning something new, so if you make a mistake or get something wrong, please be patient with yourself. Please be kind. You're learning something new and that's amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. If you do make a mistake, you can just unpick it with your needle, or I sometimes use an earring. So we'll pop another bead on each side. So then now we've got our beads on, we'll take our long one, go over the side, under, up and through. Checking our distances right that we've got. Then we'll go under, over, up and through. And pull it tight. Repeat that on the other side. Over, under, up and through. And then under, over, up and through. You guys are doing so well. I'm so proud of you. Remember to do some big, deep belly breaths. We'll put a bead again on each side. 1, 2. And then we'll do the same thing, taking our long cord over the side one, under, up and through. pulling it to the right width, and then going under, over, up and through. And then over, under, up and through on the other side, and under, over, up and through. So I get another bead on each side. 1, 2, go over, under, up and through. Under, over, up and through. Pulling it nice and tight, making sure that it's the right width. And we'll do that on the other side. Over, under, up and through. Under, over, up and through. So this is going to be quite repetitive. We're going to do this for a while. That's why I like to use it as a form of meditation and just focus on coming back to those big deep belly breaths and coming back to my intention, what I want to put into what I'm creating. Love, patience, kindness towards myself and others. What would you like to put into your piece? Use this as a time, learning something new, being kind to yourself, and thinking about what you really care about. I pop another bead on each side. 1. We're going to keep doing this until our weave is long enough to wrap fully around our stone, that it's going to fit in there like that. So we'll keep going until we get to there. No, actually, no, I want to do the black. Black obsidian. It's about this long. It'll vary depending how long your crystal is, and also how far you want to space your weave apart. So if you want to make it bigger, it won't take you as long to wrap it, but I like it when it's closer together personally because I think it looks neater. There we go, I reckon that's good. So when we're finishing, we want to have one of our weaving cords facing one way and the other one facing the opposite direction. Just for when we tie it up. Take the top bit that we have our little loop, and I'm going to snip that. And then I'm going to tie these two just in a bow, so it holds it but I can undo it easily. Just like that. Just while we position our stone or crystal in our little pocket that we've made. So now at the top, I just want one bead here and one bead here. So I'm going to pop a bead on each end here. And then I'm just going to tie these two strings together. Nice and tight, just like that. And then we'll come back to our bow on the other side and undo it. And we'll tie that one nice and tight too. We'll come back to our side that we're having as our front, so that's this side. Let's make sure that our knots are nice and tight and secure. Definitely not going anywhere. And then we're going to bring all of our cords from the back to the front, except for one. So the one that's at the back, that's hanging down like this, leave that at the back. And then the other ones from the back we'll bring forward. So we'll bring this one forward and tie it with one of our front ones. So I'll tie it with this one. Snip off the excess minus 25 centimeters of our cord that we weaved with, and we'll tie the back ones to the front ones just like this to bring them forward. It closes up the weave of the top, and it also brings the cords forward so we can use them for the little design at the front. And the next one, we'll bring it forward, tying it with one of our other front cords. There we go. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cords at the front. We don't want 5, we want 4, so we're just going to see whichever one's the shortest cord. That's this one for me, but whichever one's your shortest cord, just snip the excess off that one and put it to the side. And we'll just burn that little bit to finish it off, and just get it out the way, because we want to be working with an even amount of cords. We've got our 4 cords at the front and our 1 cord at the back. Now we're just going to get our excess cord that we just chopped off our weaving one, and we're going to measure this section like this with this cord and double it over, and then snip that. So we've got 1 cord that is about 50 centimeters long, and we'll just chop another piece of that excess cord the same length. So with our 2 new cords, we're going to put it onto our needle, and I'm going to insert them just here. So 1 on one side, the first half hitch on one side, and then the first half hitch on the other side. I don't know what that noise is. I think it's a truck reversing, but it's not very peaceful. Sorry. But we're going to put our 2 tails together and pull just to keep it even. And the same on the other side, our extra cord will make that one even by popping the tails together and just pulling it. Now we're going to start our little design that's going to wrap the top. So we'll separate the cords onto each side. We've got our 2 extra cords there. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 middle cords, and our back cord will pop up so it's just out of the way. Our 2 middle cords, which are these 2, we'll wrap one over the other, over, under, through. Over, under, through. Then we're going to get our next cord along, and we're going to wrap the same string over, under, through. Over, under, through. Then we're going to get this next cord along, over, under, through. Over, under, through. Then this next one along. We'll go over, under, through. Over, under, through. Now we're going to do, we'll turn our work. So this cord that we've been wrapping, we're going to turn it facing inwards, and we'll go over, under, through with the same cord, but just wrapping in the other direction. Now we're going to repeat that on the other side. So getting this first cord that's facing this way, we're going to wrap with the next cord. So that's this one. Go under, over, under, through. And again, over, under, through. And the next one along. Over, under, through. Over, under, and through. And the next one, which is the other half of that one. Over, under, through. Over, under, through. And then we're going to take that cord and bring it in, wrapping it with the same cord, over, under, through, and just turning. Now we're going to separate our cords onto each side again. And then we're going to get the 2 middle ones, cross them over each other, and wrap one onto the other. So going over, under, through, over, under, through. And then the next cord along, wrapping that one, over, under, through, over, under, through. And doing the same on the other side. So getting that middle cord, that's the first one that's facing this way, and wrapping with the next one, over, under, through, over, under, through. Then we're going to need a bead to go in the middle. I'm going to use one of the green beads, but it's only going to fit onto one of my strings because the bead is very narrow. So I'll pop it on one of the middle strings. And then with my other middle string, I'm going to take my string that I've been wrapping, and I'm going to bring it facing this way into the middle and get one of the middle strings and wrap that over, under, through, over, under, through. And then I'm going to do the other side. So this one, going over, under, through with the other one of the middle strings. Over, under, through. Beautiful. Then we're going to wrap the two middle ones together. So I might wrap this one onto here. Going over, under, through. Over, under, through. Then we're going to do the outside ones. So we'll bring the two outside ones that we were wrapping, bringing them in with the next one in line. We'll go over, under, through. Over, under, through. And the next one along. Over, under, through. Under, through. And then we'll do the other side, so bringing these ones all underneath the cord that we'll be wrapping. And we'll wrap with the next one in line, over, under, through, over, under, through. And then wrapping the two middle ones onto each other. So wrapping one onto the other one, over, under, through, over, under, through. Now we've got our nice little design. We're going to continue that, the piece that's going to be our little bit that holds it. So we'll take our outside cord, bring it in, wrapping with the next one along, and going over, under, through. And the next one along. And the next one along. You guys are doing so well. I'm so proud of you. We'll do the other side. So the one on the outside, bringing it over and wrapping with the one next to it. Over, under, through. And then the next one along. And the next one along. And then wrapping the two middle ones onto each other. And do it again, bringing the outside one and wrapping all the way down. Next one along. And the next one along. And then same on the other side, getting that outside one and wrapping. Tying love and intention into every knot. Let's do some big belly breaths together. Breathe in. breathing out. And breathing in. And out. One more time. Breathing in. And out. So we'll get our outside cord, wrap it with the next one. Going down. This bit is really repetitive, but I love it because it's a form of meditation for me. It's some time that I can actually sit down and feel that calm. And then you also have something like a physical thing you can look at the end of it and be like, yeah, I did that. And kind of feel proud of yourself. It's like, it's nice. That's why I feel so blessed that I get to share that with you guys. Because creating is just so fun. So we'll get the other outside one. And wrapping it over, under, through, over, under, through. Making this beautiful, beautiful little wave at the top of our necklace. And there we go, and we'll check how long we have it at to reach over to the back. It's not really quite as long as I want it yet, so we'll do a few more. So getting the outside one, unwrapping. So we'll do that one more time on each side. Wrapping our cord twice with each string. Over, under, through. Over, under, through. And the next one along. We'll go over, under, through. Over, under, through. There we go, so that's that bit. I will check how far it is down. Yes, I like that, that's good. I think that's a good length. Now that I'm happy with the length that I've got my little weave at the end, I'm going to chop off the excess bits off one side and keep one string long, the end one, and then I'll chop the excess off the other side. Now we're going to burn these to finish them off. Just make sure you don't burn your long cord. So we'll turn our work over. Make sure you lick your finger before you touch it, because otherwise you burn yourself. Or you can use your lighter just to press it in, might be a safer option. Because yeah, you don't want to burn yourself. There we go. So now it looks like that. We're going to get our back cord and that cord that we have, and we're going to tie it together in a nice tight neat knot. And I'm going to tie it once, and twice. And 3 times. Well, good luck. 1, 2, 3. Make sure I've tied it nice and tight, and I'm going to snip the excess off. And then burn the ends to finish it off. And there we go. We have our beautiful beaded macrame pendant. And you can make a necklace to go with this. I might do that in the next video. I'll show you how to make a necklace to go with the pendant. But I'm so proud of you. You did so well. And now we have a pretty little thing. Hooray, we did it! I'm so proud of you. We made our very own beautiful little macrame pendant. So stay tuned in the next video. I'll pop it at the end of this video and in the link in the description below. We'll make our necklace that matches our pendant. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe and click the little notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with new videos. Comment if you have any questions or tips, and share if you think someone else would enjoy making one of these, or that this video could help someone else. If you have Instagram, I would love to see your creations. You can tag ocean_expressions, and yeah, I can't wait to connect. I'm so proud of you. Big love and happy making.